Love doesn't end when someone dies, it changes frequency. You don't see him, but you know he is there. Not imagined, not remembered, present, in the way something is present without needing to be seen. And when he speaks, it doesn't feel like sound, it feels like recognition, like something arriving exactly where it belongs. He says, I was going to come in August. You listen, because this is what he came back for, not to stay, to finish. I had practiced what to say. I wrote it down. You saw it. The notebook, the plan, the life he didn't get to complete. I was going to tell both of you everything, not hide it, not manage it, just tell the truth. There is no hesitation in his voice, no confusion, only clarity. I loved you, both of you, completely. You expect tension, but there isn't any, because by now you understand. This was never about choosing. It was about something larger than the choices he was given. I thought I needed to build something, to hold it, a structure, a container. I was wrong. Love like that doesn't need a container, it needs witnesses. I needed both of you to see it, to know it was real. Then he says the one thing he hasn't finished, the children. You understand immediately, and so does she. The two of you look at each other across the room, not as rivals, not as strangers, as two people who have been carrying the same weight from opposite ends. They need to meet, not as a request, a completion, because this was never just about him. It was about what came after him, what he created without finishing. His voice softens, fading, not abruptly, naturally, like something returning to where it belongs. That was always the answer, not us, them. The frequency begins to thin. You feel it, like a signal getting weaker. Still there, but leaving. I don't need to come back anymore. That is when you understand. This wasn't hunting. This wasn't unfinished death. This was unfinished love. And now, it isn't unfinished anymore. One last line. Soft, certain, the crayfish. I was right. And then, nothing. Not absence. Something quieter. Something settled. 6 months later. A house in Enugu, late afternoon. The kind of light that makes everything looks like a memory. Obiageli opens the door. Halima is standing there. Neither of them speaks at first. They don't need to. They have had the harder conversation already. This one, they agreed, belongs to the children. A boy steps in. He is holding something carefully, the way children hold things they have been told to be careful with. Obiageli's daughter is standing in the hallway. She looks at him. He looks at her. Something passes between them that neither adult in the room can name. The girl says, he has daddy's face. No one corrects her because she's not wrong. She's the most right anyone has been in this house in a long time. The boy looks at his mother. Then back at the girl. He says, do you want to see what I brought? She nods. And just like that, they walk down the hallway together. Two children, same father, different cities, same walk. Obiageli and Halima stands in the doorway watching, not saying anything, because sometimes silence is not emptiness. Sometimes it is the sound of something finally being placed exactly where it belongs. He is not gone, not in the way you thought. He is not returning, not in the same way you expected. He is something else now, something you cannot hold, but you can feel. In the kitchen, in memory, in the small details that refuse to disappear. That is what love becomes when it is no longer needed in a body. It becomes frequency and it stays, not as a person, as presence, everywhere it was ever real. So when the moment comes, when you're standing in a kitchen, stirring a pot, and something tells you to add more crayfish, you don't question it. Because some things don't live, they just change form. And if you're paying attention, you will feel them exactly where they have always been. Love is not what disappears when someone leaves. Love is what stays behind in every ordinary Tuesday morning, in every bowl of pepper soup, in every child who walks into a room and reminds you that some things were never meant to end. They were only meant to change form. Thank you for watching. If this series meant something to you, follow, subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you in the next one.